Hello, beloved one. I'm Dr. CeeJay Adams of House of Truth Ministries International. Thank you for joining us for another adventure in A Course of Love. Today's topic is the burden of illusion coming out of the Prelude. I'm going to read and then we'll do some review. You who have rejected yourself are likely to feel increasingly burdened. Although an initial burst of energy may have followed your reading of the Course or your discoveries of other forms of the truth, although you may even have experienced what seemed to be miracles happening to you, as you continue to reject yourself, this energy and these experiences that lightened your heart would have begun to recede and to seem as distant and unreal as a mirage. All that you retain is a belief in effort and a struggle to be good and to do good, a belief that clearly demonstrates that you have rejected who you are. Oh, child of God, you have no need to try at all, no need to be burdened or to grow tired and weary. You who want to accomplish much good in the world realize that only you can be accomplished. You are here to awaken from your slumber. You are here not to awaken to the same world, a world that seems a little more sane than before, but still governed by insanity. A world in which it seems possible to help a few others, but certainly not all others, but to awaken to a new world. If all that you see changed within your world is a little less insanity than before, then you have not awakened, but still are caught in the nightmare your ego has made. By choosing to reject yourself, you have chosen to try to make sense of the nightmare rather than to awaken from it. This will never work. By rejecting who you are demonstrating that you think you can believe in some of the truth, but not all of it. Many of you have accepted, for instance, that you are more than your body, while retaining your belief in the body. You thus have confused yourself further by accepting that you are two selves, an ego self represented by the body, and a spirit self that represents to you an invisible world in which you can believe but not take part. You thus have placed the ego at odds with the spirit, giving the ego an internal and invincible foe to do battle with. This was hardly the purpose of any teachings of the truth that have as their aim the exact opposition of this conflict-induced situation. The truth unites, it does not divide. The truth invites peace, not conflict. Partial truth is not only impossible, it is damaging. For sooner or later in this lopsided battle, the ego will win. The spirit, as you have defined it, is too amorphous, too lacking in definition and believability to win this battle against what you perceive as your reality. You have come close to the truth only to turn your back and refuse to see it. Turn around and look once again. You have traveled your path and the end of the journey is in sight. You stand at the precipice with a view of the new world glittering with all the beauty of heaven set off at just a little distance in a golden light. When you could have seen this sight, you turned your back and sighed, looking back on a world familiar to you and choosing it instead. You do not see that this choice, even made with every good intention of going back and making a difference, is still a choice for hell, when you could have instead chosen heaven. Yet you know that choosing heaven is the only true way to change the world. It is the exchange of one world for another. This is what you fear to do. You are so afraid to let go of that world that you have known that even though it is a world of conflict, sickness, and death, you will not exchange it, will not relinquish it. Wow. So we have been invited to enjoy heaven, a new world. What these scriptures are telling us is that instead we choose what's comfortable. We choose the illusions of the ego. We choose the safety of the world we see with our eyes, because in so doing we recognize that what we see in our eyes feels more tangible than what the spirit would have us believe. It's interesting that it tells us that each of us has been given the opportunity to see the new world, to see the heaven, and yet we have turned our back on that heaven because we're afraid. Because what we know, even if it's conflict-ridden, even if it's full of pain, is more comfortable than getting out of our comfort zone and experiencing a new world. A Course of Love is a journey to the new world, is a journey to no longer denying yourself, but coming to a place of extreme self-love, extreme self-knowing. It is that true identity. And when we go there, when we come to a place where we know ourselves and our highest self so intimately, we can no longer turn our back and go back into hell. We're so inspired to move forward and see heaven on earth through us. Wow, thank you for taking time to have a little more snapshot of A Course of Love. If you'd like more information about A Course of Love, please do visit acourseoflove.com or find us on Facebook at A Course of Love USA. For more information about me and House of Truth Ministries, please visit my website, CeeJayAdams.com, CeeJayAdams.com. There is an opportunity there to donate an expression of love. I am a full-time minister and a transpersonal counselor. At any time, if I can be of assistance, please do reach out. I do visioneering sessions, which are a combination of spiritual advice, counseling techniques, and metaphysical truths. Until we connect again, please, dear one, remember your magnificence. Look at the heaven that is right before you and know that you are love. Celebrate you. Oh, until we meet again, much love and many blessings.